Hello, God bless you, and welcome again to my channel. My name is Emmanuel. I think that I am gradually, step by step, I'm bringing in some more content to my video. I feel led to bring in more content gradually, content about relationship, content about finance, content about spirituality. I've dwelt on spirituality for like 2 years. I've been making this video for like 2 years, and I think I've been dwelling on the spiritual aspect, which is good. I am believing God. I'm praying intentionally that God helps me to divert, not actually divert, but a kind of to stretch myself to bring in more content that will help people. I believe in teaching whatever God teaches me, whatever God reveals to me. I try to open up to other people. I learn not just for myself, but I learn for my generation. I try to learn for my generation. I try to learn for other people. I read for other people. I read so I can share with people. And most of the things that I share with you, I don't share them because I have perfected them. I don't share things just because I perfected it. No, there are things that I share with you, and it becomes a challenge to me. It puts pressure on me to live better, to be a better man, to get better results with my life, because before I take decisions in this season of my life, before I take certain decisions, I kind of remind myself that I teach other people, that I make videos and I send out, I write books, and people are buying my books online and they are reading my books. And that puts pressure on me when I know that I talk to people, when I know that people look up to me, for information, for direction, for instruction. So it puts pressure on me to live a better life. It puts pressure on me to be a better leader. It puts pressure on me to be a better son, a better brother, uncle, a better writer, a better husband in the future, and a better father. So I don't make this video. I just want to clarify this. I do not make this video because I've perfected all these things. I started making this video 2 years ago. I think it's been 2 years now, and I've made over 250 videos. I think I've made up to 250 videos already by the grace of God. And it's a platform for the gospel. It's a platform to help people, you see, and I thank God. Today I just want to talk to you briefly. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Now, it's important that you train yourself to be a blessing. It's important that you train yourself to, you develop yourself. This video is a kind of a continuation from the last video that I did. I think I sent out a last video about raising your standard and making sure that when you prioritize somebody in your life, make sure that the person prioritizes you. I think I talked about setting a standard and not bringing down your standards for anyone. And today I just want to kind of continue with the conversation a little bit. You see, it's important that you prepare yourself for what God is preparing for you. What I see in the church most of the time is that we spend our time praying, fasting, and we spend a lot of time in church, but we don't spend time preparing for what we are praying for, and it's painful that Christians, we need to understand this. You spend a lot of time in church. Some people go to church Monday to Sunday, and it's good. It's nothing bad. Spending time in church, fasting and praying, all those things are good, but I want us to apply wisdom, and the wisdom I want you to apply is this. It's time that you prepare yourself intentionally for those things you are praying for. If you are praying for a business, for God to direct you to start a business, well, buy books on business and read books about it. Go for training, get mentorship. Let somebody guide you. Let somebody mentor you, to sharpen your skills in that business, in that career. Take a step. You are praying to get married. You got to read books on marriage. I've seen many single people, some friends who say, oh, I want to get married. And when you ask them, have you read any book on marriage? They say no. Do you listen to videos and teachings on marriage, like teaching seminars? Do you go for seminars? They say no. Who is your mentor? I have no mentor. Have you gone for counseling? No. And I'm like, what kind of marriage are you going into? You've never read a book on marriage? Some of them, maybe 1 or 2 books. And there are basic books about marriage they've never read. And I begin to wonder, what kind of marriage are you going to have when you don't have a mentor? You don't have books you're reading. You don't listen to teachings online. No seminar. Some of them don't even go to church. And I'm like, what kind of marriage are you going to have? What kind of children are you going to raise when you are not preparing yourself for the things you are praying about? And you see some of these people, they go from one prayer house to another, asking for prayers, sowing seed, dropping seed for men of God and for prophets to pray for them, to see visions for them. And you are not preparing yourself. There is no practical preparation for the thing you are praying about. No books, nothing, just praying. And you see this mostly in African community. You see this in the black community. We like to use religion to cover up for our laziness. We use religious activities to cover up our laziness and our ignorance, and it's very painful. It's pathetic. So I want you to prepare yourself for the things you are praying about. Intentionally prepare yourself to receive those things. Whatever it is you are praying about. I know I'll go into ministry. Since I was a child, I knew prophets were telling my parents, this child is going into ministry. He's going to preach the gospel. Right from when I was in my mother's womb, the prophecies were coming. He's going to be a preacher of the gospel. And when I became a teenager, intentionally, I began to read books. I began to go for seminars. I submitted myself to pastors to train me, to prepare me, because I knew I was going into ministry. I went to the university not to get a job. I went to university just to prepare myself for ministry. I went to university just to prepare myself for ministry, not to get a job. Everything, if you come to my place, I have a lot of books about ministry, a lot of books. So those things you are praying about, you want to be a mother, you don't read books about motherhood. You don't prepare yourself to be a good wife. You don't prepare yourself. Some ladies don't even have good relationship with their mothers. So if you don't have a good relationship with your mother, who is going to teach you about being a wife? Who is going to teach you about being a mother? Where will you learn? So it's important that you prepare yourself for those things you are praying about, whatever it is you are praying about in your career, in ministry, in business, in your family, in your finance, whatever it is. A time came in my life that I sat down and I intentionally put my finances together and I started saving money. You gotta prepare yourself for anything you want to go into. This is very important. Now, let me take it a little bit further before I end this video. When you have prepared yourself, when you become the best that you want to be, when you sharpen yourself to be the man and the woman you want to be, now when people come into your life, you want to make sure that the person is an asset and not a liability. Some of you hurt yourself because you bring people into your life out of desperation. You bring people into your life because you are lonely. You bring people into your life just because you don't want to be by yourself. You want someone to help you pay bills. Is that why you are bringing people into your life? You bring people into your life so you don't look like you're by yourself. People will think that you're weird if you are by yourself. So you want friends. You want to be a part of the clique. You don't need to conform. You don't need to blend in. Understand this. Before you bring people and a person into your life, make sure that the person is an asset and not a liability. Most of you get hurt because you have prepared yourself, you have trained yourself, you have developed yourself, but you gave yourself to someone who did not prepare himself, who did not prepare herself, who did not train herself, who has nothing to bring to the table. So you made the person a priority and the person made you an option, and you are hurt. You are hurt because you prepared yourself for something, but you gave yourself to the wrong person. The person you gave yourself to is not an asset to you, not bringing wisdom, not bringing advice, not bringing money, not bringing nothing. The person is just there. The person is just there, a liability, a burden to you, and you get hurt. And I want to say this before I end this video. I'm trying to make sure my videos don't exceed 10 minutes. I'm trying. Let me say this. You have to intentionally demand that anybody in your life is making a contribution in your life. Intentionally demand, intentionally let the people in your life or the person in your life make a contribution in your life. You can't just be there hanging around. You got to make a contribution. I have to make sure that you are adding to my life. You are adding to the advancement of my vision and my goals. You can't be hanging around. So most of you, you have prepared yourself. You have trained yourself. You have abstained from so many things. You have disciplined yourself. But you gave yourself to somebody who didn't discipline himself, who didn't discipline herself. You have to be intentional. God is not, I'm trying to find the right word. God is intentional. You got to be intentional with your life. You've invested so much in your life. You need somebody who can handle your investment. You've invested so much in your life over the years. You cannot give yourself to someone who is careless, who is loose, who will mess up your investment. I just want to say this. Take time to prepare, but give yourself to someone who is an asset to your destiny. God bless you. My name is Emmanuel, and this is the Secret Place TV. Share this video. I love you.